grade 7 learners, and welcome to another fun and exciting adventure together. Welcome to our English class. This is Mom Watya, and I definitely gotcha! During the last episode, we managed to identify the difference between direct and reported speech. Use direct and reported speech appropriately in varied contexts. Understand and follow the rules in converting direct speech to reported speech and vice versa. Let's review what we discussed during the last episode. Direct and reported speech. In direct speech, the message of the speaker is conveyed or reported in his own actual words without any change. It is also known as coded speech. The exact message of the speaker is enclosed by quotation marks. Example: Mimi stated, "I am 1 in a million." Reported speech is also known as indirect speech. It is a report on what someone else said or wrote without using that person's exact words. Unlike direct speech, it doesn't have any quotation marks. Example: Mimi stated that she was 1 in a million. Here are the basic rules in changing direct speech, DS, to reported speech, or RS. Number 1. Changes in the person of the pronouns. First-person pronouns in a reported clause are always changed according to the subject of the reporting clause. Examples: DS. Anna said, "I am happy." RS. Anna said that she was happy. In transforming pronouns from direct to reported speech, you need to change the perspective or point of view. In this sample, the first-person pronoun I in the direct speech is changed to she, which is a third-person pronoun in the reported speech. For Anna is the subject of the reporting clause, Anna said. And Anna is a female, requiring a third-person feminine pronoun, she. Second-person pronouns in a reported clause are always changed according to the object of the reporting clause. Examples: DS. Joy said to Paul, "You passed the exam." RS. Joy told Paul that he had passed the exam. In this sample, the second-person pronoun you in the direct speech is changed according to the object of the reporting clause. Joy said to Paul. The object here is Paul, and it requires a third-person masculine pronoun he. Third-person pronouns in a reported clause are not changed. Examples: DS. Joanna said she looked sad. RS. Joanna said she looked sad. The third-person pronoun she in the direct speech does not change when transformed into a reported speech. Changes in verb tense. If the reporting clause is in present tense or future tense, then there is no change required in the verb of the reported clause. This verb could be in any tense. Example: DS. He says, "I am going to the library." RS. He says that he is going to the library. In this sample, there is no need to change the verb tense of the reported verb, I'm going, as the verb is in the present progressive tense. So the verb in the reported speech should also be in present progressive tense, is going. Reporting clause with a past tense verb in direct speech. Occasionally, we don't need to change the present tense into the past if the information in direct speech is still true. But this is only for things which are general facts, and even then, usually we like to change the tense. Here is a sample of a sentence with a general fact. For direct speech, she said the sky is blue. Reported speech, she said that the sky is blue. The verb was not changed into past tense. Take note that the use of the word "that" is optional in reported speech. Both of the following sentences are correct. Changes in tense of the verb. Take a look at these samples. Direct speech. Simple present. The man said, "I like chocolate." Reported speech. Simple past. The man said that he liked chocolate. In direct speech, the verb like is in its simple present tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes liked, which is in its simple past tense. Present progressive. She said, "The cat is sleeping." Past progressive. She said that the cat was sleeping. In direct speech, the verb sleeping is in its present progressive tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes was sleeping, which is in its past progressive tense. Present perfect. They said, "We have prepared snacks." Past perfect. They said that they had prepared snacks. In direct speech, the verb had prepared is in its present perfect tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes had prepared, which is in its past perfect tense. If the reporting verb is in past tense, then the reported verb will be changed depending on its tense. Example, simple past. My friend announced the meeting started. Past perfect. My friend announced that the meeting had started. In direct speech, the verb started is in its simple past tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes had started, which is in its past perfect tense. Past progressive. Shane said the children were laughing at my cleverness. Past perfect progressive. Shane said that the children had been laughing at her cleverness. In direct speech, the verb were laughing is in its past progressive tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes had been laughing, which is in its past perfect progressive. Past perfect. The boy said I had studied abroad. Past perfect. The boy said that he had studied abroad. In direct speech, the verb had studied is in its past perfect tense. In reported speech, the verb becomes had studied, which is also in its past perfect tense. Change in modal verb. In the following samples, take a look at how the modal verbs are changed from direct speech to reported speech. Brian said, "I will try to finish my report." Brian said that he would try to finish his report. Will is changed to would. My father said to me, "I can pick you up." My father told me that he could pick me up. Can is changed to could. Troy said, "I may invite them to the party." Troy said that he might invite them to the party. May is changed to might. Jane said, "I must stop smoking." Jane said that she must or had to stop smoking. The modal verb must can be retained or can be changed to had to. Here are other significant word changes. Now becomes then. Here becomes there. Today becomes that day. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Yesterday becomes the day before. Tonight becomes that night. This becomes that. These becomes those. Here is the conversion of interrogative and imperative direct speech. The reporting verb said or said to is changed to asked, demanded, or inquired. For yes or no questions, if or whether is used in place of that. DS. Joseph said to Jonna, "Will you attend the flag ceremony?" RS. Joseph asked Jonna if she would attend the flag ceremony. For WH questions, you are not required to add an if or any other word. DS. My little brother said to the waitress, "What are you doing?" RS. My little brother asked the waitress what she was doing. For imperatives as commands, the reporting verb said or said to is changed to ordered or commanded. DS. The librarian said to me, "Keep quiet." RS. The librarian ordered me to keep quiet. For imperatives as requests, the reporting verb said or told is changed to requested. DS. He told me, "Please call me." RS. He requested me to call him. Alright, today we will further explore the grammatical features of direct and reported speech. And I'll help you understand them better by answering a lot of exercises. So get ready with your self-learning module, pen and paper, and let's get this day started. Determine if the following sentences are examples of direct speech or reported speech. Write your answers on your paper. Number 1. The authorities said that it was important to follow the protocols for our own safety. And the answer is reported speech. Number 2. Anna told her that it was okay not to be okay. I hope you're all doing okay today, class. Because you're right, it is still reported speech. Number 3. We will submit our vlogs to our teacher tomorrow, the grade 7 student said. What's your answer, my awesome grade 7? Correct, it is direct speech. Good job, class! Now here's a reminder. In direct speech, there are punctuation marks like commas and quotation marks. That enclose the exact words of the speaker or the coded part, just like this sample. He said, "You must wash your hands with soap and water regularly." The introductory part is, he said, while the coded part or the exact words of the speaker is, "You must wash your hands with soap and water regularly." While in reported speech, the words of the speaker as reported by another person is given. He said that you must wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Notice that there are no more punctuation marks like comma and quotation marks in the reported speech. This time, we'll change direct speech to reported speech. In this particular exercise, I'll give you choices and enough time to figure out your answers. Are you ready? Well then, here it goes. Number 1. It is never too late, PJ said. What is the reported speech of this sentence? Letter A. PJ said that it is never too late. Letter B. PJ said that it was never too late. Letter C. PJ said that it will never be too late. Letter D. PJ said that it should never be too late. And it's never too late for you to answer it, class. Come on, give it your best shot. And the answer is letter B. PJ said that it was never too late. Number 2. She said, "I will buy a car." What is the reported speech of this sentence? Letter A. She said that she will buy a car. Letter B. She said that she would buy a car. Letter C. She said that she will bought a car. Letter D. She said that she would bought a car. And you were right. The reported speech of this item is letter B. She said that she would buy a car. Number 3. Inigo said, "I am washing my hands." What is the reported speech of this sentence? Letter A. Inigo said that he washed his hands. Letter B. Inigo said that he is washing his hands. Letter C. Inigo said that he was washed his hands. Letter D. Inigo said that he was washing his hands. And the correct answer is letter D. Inigo said that he was washing his hands. This time, we'll change direct speech to reported speech. In this particular exercise, I'll give you choices and enough time to figure out your answers. Are you ready? Well then, here it goes. Number 1. Cesar said that he would submit the report. What is the direct speech of this item? Letter A. Cesar said, I will submit the report. Letter B. Cesar said he will submit the report. Letter C. Cesar said I would have submitted the report. Or letter D. Cesar said he would submit the report. And the correct answer is letter A. Cesar said I will submit the report. Nympha said that she could see the good in others. What is the direct speech of this item? Letter A. Nympha said, I can see the good in others. Letter B. Nympha said, I could have seen the good in others. Letter C. Nympha said she can see the good in others. Or letter D. Nympha said she could see the good in others. You are right. The answer is letter A. Nympha said, I can see the good in others. Number 3. Robert said he might print all the photos. What is the direct speech of this item? Letter A. Robert said, I may print all the photos. Letter B. Robert said, I may have printed all the photos. Letter C. Robert said he may print all the photos. Or letter D. Robert said he might print all the photos. And the answer is letter A. Robert said, I may print all the photos. Now class, since we are exposed to social media platforms and other sources of media and information, bear in mind the lesson that we can get from the use of direct and reported speech. And that is to never spread fake news without knowing the real story. Always give and search for reliable and accurate sources, and never add information that is not stated by the speaker, because it could result in a misunderstanding. So be careful with your reported messages. Always analyze the direct speech first before giving your statement, and do not just give your own version. We have a rule to follow in converting direct speech to reported speech. As good citizens, we also have a rule to follow, and that's the rule of human kindness. Alright, I hope you learned a lot today. In the next episode, we'll talk about the forms, differences, and relationship among phrases, clauses, and sentences. All that and more only here on DepEd TV. This has been Mambocha, and I definitely gotcha. See you again in our next English class. Bye! Stay safe and have faith. Miss the previous episodes of my subject? You don't have to worry because I definitely gotcha. Just like and subscribe to DepEd TV's official YouTube channel.